Hi, it's episode 3. I'm Monica, Fluffy Chomper, and I'm back for a stitching update. It's the 25th of July, Sunday, 2021. I have whips, haul, and a Know Your Knee or Eka tag for you today. It's been 2 weeks. Anyway. First one I worked on, they're in order. Christmas pudding, stitch rovia, the watercress stitching magazines. Issue 301, Christmas 2020. Number 2, Dimensions Gold Collection Petites. Beautiful bird. I ran my translation over this and it says beautiful, I think, in Chinese. Mandarin? Done a bit of this. Just this brown over here. Because most of the background is stitched. Not all of it. Next up, did another letter or two. Temperature typography. Stitching mummy. So I have done A and R in January. I don't remember it getting that cold. I've made 3 project bags since I last saw you. This one's Oscar the Grouch. Surprisingly matching fabric. Craft night. I worked on Tropical Hideaway by Mill Hill. Don't remember what I did. Oh yeah. Worked more on this chair over here. At the table. This is Gentle Hugs from Lola Lotta Shop. I got more of this done. .32 count linen. I think it was my first linen I ever stitched on. Did more of the blue. So yeah, it's finished here down, here up. Dimensions Gold Collection Petite Feline Love. They remind me of my sister's cats. Bran and Maisie. done more of this brick wall. I think I made a mistake somewhere, so I won't be picking it up until I figure out where that was. Next is a, I don't know what to call these. This one just says Hocus Pocus. I copied a focus. So I've done more of the web, the P. I've done some of the grey. One of my favourite whips at the moment. My February reef. This is October's. November's and April's. I don't know more of the green and a bit more of the bow over here. I usually stitch on a whip a day, just whatever I feel like doing for that day. I don't usually do much more than that. So they don't all have much progress. Next is Mill Hill buttons and beads. Fairy garden. Oof. Reach the top. Now I'm doing a top down. From here across. There's a lot of blues in that. A lot of that blue background. Next, Cunning Cross Stitch 2020 Sal. Letters from Hogwarts. Stitch your own adventure. Stitch more on the L. So it is tail done, more of his chest. Another one of my new bags. Australian Christmas Australian birds. Very detailed fabric. I love anything black with bright colours on it. Love dark florals. This one has DMC growth chart. Leslie Suzanne Davies. The full one. And this is about the centre. I've done more on these. More of this grey in his face. This one is very close to a finish. So close. But I don't have any gold beads. I have the red ones. I put them in. I've done all the back stitch and French knots. Just need some gold beads and then the planter. all my French knots. Some over here, little mouse. Cat's got a face now. Might start the next one, because I can't get beads right now. I've done more of opal soda stitch opal birthstones too. This is one. Which I'll give to my niece when I'm done. Which is why her hair has changed colour. Got further on this. Opalescent 25 count. Don't know if it's linen or even weave. One over one. A new start. It says Snowball's Hogwarts Express. I think they're from Mia Stitch on Etsy. Book pack. So I've started this one. Done a lot of this and a lot of blue background. On my navy blue fabric. Train goes here somewhere. I think this is the aqueduct that it's driving over. Mill Hill Christmas Lantern. All the stitching up to about here is done. These are spots of beads and there's back stitch. Start the candle. This is about as low as it goes. This is as far this way as it goes. Just have part of the ribbon over here. And I've attached all four sides. Last bit for today. Clouds Factory Magical Creatures Calendar. I've done more of the bubbles. I did about 15 stitches the other day. In July. So I did this. And that's it for WiPs. I have haul next. 1, 2, 3 stitch orders. I dyed some fabric and one more project bag to show you. Which I guess counts as haul. I have Prancer as by Nora Corbett as a WIP, and I'm collecting all of them so I can do them all eventually. This one is Donna. I'll use the same water lily thankfully, so I don't have to buy too much of that. Every time I get an order from 123, I check what's on sale on my wish list. Collecting the Flowers of the Month by Stony Creek. Blade of Grass magnet. probably won't get that. Such a struggle trying to find stuff that Dad would like. I think I found something. Up on the rooftop, Lizzie Kate, Pets Do Christmas. I think Dad will like the dog. It's very hard to gift for. Butterfly lace mandala. Chatelaine. These look intimidating, even once you get them. I make the DMC, the called for DMC look terrifying. Now the flowers of the month. August, Morning Glory. All of them eventually. 1, 2, 3 Stitch only had 8 of this series. I do love a monthly series, in case you can't tell. Yeah, Lily Violette. August. January. December. July. March. November. This one might be the favourite so far. October. And September. The seasons aren't the same to year. I love that they put the names of the flowers on them. I like things that do that. Back when I made the sauna, we were doing a sale on kits involving churches. I found this one that's I really liked. Panna or Panna. Need to run my Google Translate app over that to see what it's called. Nice. Nice roses. And the 2 pieces of fabric I dyed. 32 count linens. Not sure what happened. Turned out really weird. Haven't figured out what to do on this one yet. Red and blue. The other one, I have figured out what I want to do with it. It's in my 3rd project bag I've made. Chalkboard. Green. Yeah. Don't remember what colours I used. One was a red. It was an eye dye, and then they were over dyed with the same colour. I'll be doing Madame Laffy, Welcome to the mountains on this one. I love these logs. And whenever the patterns do snow on things, I love a lot of this designer's patterns. I haven't started one yet. I very much want to. They all come, so far they have all come with a charm. Hey, know your needlework at tag. I wrote all the questions down. Where do you live? I live in Perth, Western Australia. In Australia. So, Western Australia is the entire third of the west coast. It's a big state. And Perth is the capital. What do you do for a living? I work in a factory, packing breakfast cereal. It is not exciting, but they let me play my iPod, so I get through days. Very monotonous grunt work, but it pays the bills. Do you have any children? I do not. Do you have any pets? I do. I have 1 dog, 1 cat, 5 chickens, goldfish, canaries, and quails. We also have 2 finches, which we're looking after for someone else who moved away. Do you have any other hobbies besides cross stitch? My playlist is really all I have. My iPod. I like dismantling compilation albums, putting them all, resorting them on the iTunes app on my computer, typing in the lyrics, putting them into different playlists. Like, I love bridges, so I have a playlist just for the songs that have bridges, gender neutral playlist, just cause. What is your favourite movie? Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron by DreamWorks. The soundtrack is the reason I love that movie. The reason it's my favourite. That Bryan Adams soundtrack and Hans Zimmer. I love every song on that. It's a very non-verbal movie because the main character doesn't talk, he only narrates. So the soundtrack does a lot of the work. It is very, very enjoyable. Sound the Bugle is my favourite of that soundtrack. When he's on the train. Favourite TV show? I have 2. Horrible Histories. The second version, not the animated one. The more recent one. I love that a lot. It's historical, parody, musical, English, historical. It's got a lot. My other favourite is Odd Squad. It's a Canadian show aimed at like 8-year-olds that teaches kids about really basic maths. I do like maths a lot and I don't need the help. But everything else in the show, a lot of characters, they're all very specific type of humour, like out of left field is the way I describe a lot of the things that happen in that show. Stuff weren't expecting. There's an overarching plot. The show aimed at 8-year-olds. Odd. The adults in the TV show are the weirdest and most relatable adults I've ever seen. Very weird. Number 8. Do you have a favourite book? What is your favourite book? I don't have a favourite single book, but I have a favourite book series. And it isn't Harry Potter. It's probably second. Rowan of Rin by Emily Rodda. I read these when I was at the age that Harry Potter would have been the thing. I was at the age of Harry Potter, but Mum wouldn't let me read them. But I read these at that age, and so they have the nostalgia thing. They're definitely the adventure books. If it comes with a map, it's probably fantasy. Yeah. I prefer these covers. They hit the 25th anniversary recently, and I have a copy of that too. Yeah. He's on the cover of the other versions. I prefer this one because it's what I've known. Thankfully, I'm not scared of spiders, because they're all over the front of the first one. Dragon, the beast. Yeah. This all makes sense if you've read it. But before you read it, it all kind of looks weird. Trees and fog. This one's my favourite in the series. Throughout all of them there's riddles and rhymes that they follow, which I like. Here's one of the first ones. 7 hearts the journey make, 7 ways the heart will break. He gets older as they go through the first one and the last one. He definitely feels older. What's your favourite type of music? Question 9. Soundtrack is my favourite genre, because pretty much any genre can be a soundtrack. It's a great cop-out question, because I like a lot. Not all, but a lot. I was raised religious, so I know that music. I was raised country, so I know a lot of country, a lot of Australian country, but I like American ones as well. I listen to some Christmas songs all year round. I like current pop music. It's all house genre mostly these days, which is fine with me. Try to keep up with the current ones by buying the compilation CDs they bring out. Love the So Fresh CDs. So Fresh Christmas. So Country CDs. And I dismantle them once I get them. Change the album covers, which Mum doesn't like, because she can't find anything. Last one, question 10. One word that describes you. Try not to go on a rant. One word that describes you. I probably don't really know one. I've had people had to answer this about me before, and I always get quiet or nice, which is alright. But I think the best way to use one word to describe someone would be to use their name, because you get the name and the memories and the feelings and everything you get about that person comes in when you say that one word. So Monica, no matter how you know me, where you know me, what you know me of, whether you like me or not, it is very descriptive of me, because you think of me when you hear my name. Anyway, that's everything for today. I'll see you when I come back, hopefully in a week or two. See ya.